welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Laju. If you're new here, you are highly welcome. This video is long overdue. As you are aware, many of you are aware, I went to Nigeria and I had been planning to edit and put this up, but life has been happening. But still, we're here, so I'm grateful for that. So yeah, I went to Lagos and I will just be sharing with you my Lagos experience after 4 years. So as you can see, we're at the airport right now and things are pretty dull. Like, traveling is no longer the same. Everywhere is empty. It's like people no longer go through the airports, because I kept on thinking when we got into the plane was quite full, and I'm like, where did everyone pass through? Because you don't see people hanging around like they used to. There are so many do not sit here, do not stand here, 2 meter social distancing here and there. But all in all, we went through the airport to Lagos, and I'm just grateful that we had a safe flight. This is my daughter's first time flying, as you can see, and that's the airplane that we took.
Take a picture. Look at mommy.
I'm telling you, no one there for this airport too. Just keep walking. I'm coming. Our flight was pretty late at night. I think it was around 10 or 10:30 thereabouts. It was a smooth flight from Heathrow to Lagos. Yeah, it was 10:30. There it is on the board, VS 411 to Lagos, so gate 35. So yeah, it was a good flight, roughly less than 6 hours. We had a good time. Back to the city of Lagos. So here we are in Lagos, Niger, Lasgidi, as you can see. Nothing much had changed. I mean, after 4 years, we were still welcomed by traffic. There was the usual corporate begging at the airport. I mean, I had about 5,015 naira on me that I had kept with me for 4 years, and I got to Lagos. By the time I left the airport, I had only 15 naira left. There was so much begging and exploitation, but we got through that. I won't go into details because thinking about it, it was pretty annoying. Anyway, we got to Lagos. We stayed with family for a few days before heading to Ife for the party, which I shared already. I'll share with you what happened after the party. So that's what this video is about. Look at how this one is behind us, this one is beside us. Look, but Tiwa. I want to use a social distance. So we went towards Agbara to my in-laws' side. This was where my husband grew up. So my daughter got to see her dad's village. Well, not his village, but basically his roots, and to just experience the village life in Lagos. Right, is coming. Come over here. Fun playing in the sand. Come to think about it, we actually buy sand to play with in the UK, and here we are, see sand all over. I can't just pack Lagos sand with me, but I don't think I'm ever buying play sand again. We also wanted her to experience Nigeria life as we did. We took on a bike ride. Initially, she was scared, but then, mommy and daddy are there, and it was just a drive down the road. And it was quite exciting. I haven't been on a bike in how long? So, yeah, it was a nice experience. She was happy she went on the ride as well. Yeah, and we just had a cruise around the neighborhood. I'm sure people were looking at us. People were obviously looking at us, but not like I care. I'm not going to do this for another how many years. So yeah, it was nice to just be on the bike. My parents mustn't see this because they'll be like, oh, can you put your child on the bike? Yeah, and this is how we take bikes in Lagos. Nobody really wears helmets. So we spent a few days at grandma and grandpa's house. That's my husband's family, before we headed back to where we were staying. And my daughter had a few things to say to the Nigerian government. I'll let you guys listen to what she had to say.
I wanted to put on the fan, but there was no light. I wanted to watch TV, but there was no light. I wanted to watch my tab, but there was no light.
Welcome to Nigeria, my dear. So yeah, she did experience the reality of Nigeria, where you do not have the basic resources that you need to survive and thrive, but you just have to find a way. That's what we do. We are Nigerians. We always find a way. So eventually we left the grandparents' house, and on our way back to the other side of mainland, we passed through Ikotum, and I know some people, this is home for them, so I thought I should record it. We also went through the synagogue, the very popular synagogue, which you would see in a bit. There is the very popular synagogue, which the owner or founder just died recently, TB Joshua, and it's just behind us there. The truth is, we kind of spent a lot of time on the road, because if you know anything about Lagos, you spend so much of your time in traffic. I know there were days when we planned to go to like 4 or 5 places, and we ended up going to just 1 or 2, because you spend half of your life in traffic. As you can see, we had a lot of slow moments. Eventually, we went to where it all started. My husband and I used to live on this road after we got married, and for security reasons, I'm not going to show you where the house is, but because we still know people who live there. But this road right here was home to us for about 2 years before we moved to the UK. And it was really nice. It was just, we had everything you needed on that road. You didn't have to go too far to get anything. You had your market, everything was on this road, and it was very close to work as well, because Obi used to work at Lutz, so it was just like one bike ride or 5-10 minutes drive to Luz. So this was Ilasa Maja Road. Yeah, this is our main road. I decided to put this on slow motion so you guys see how people drive. I don't know if you can see how close that car was to the motorbike. It was trying to avoid the pothole. So really, who is to blame? Is it the driver? Is the driver crazy for driving that way? Or is it the government that refused to fix the road? Or, that's just Lagos. Driving in Lagos is risky. You're going out every day and your life is in God's hands. I'm not saying we don't have crazy drivers everywhere, but Lagos drivers, they're a special kind, and I really have to give them that. Like, if there's one thing I don't miss about Nigeria, it's definitely the driving. I mean, there is some decorum driving in the UK. Not everyone is perfect. You do have crazy people, but at least you just know, you expect that most people are sane. I mean, see the way the pedestrians, they get to zebra crossings and people just believe that you will wait. If you just walk through a zebra crossing in Lagos, then you're on a suicide mission. You can't just do that. Although I grew up a Lagos girl, I realized that I'm not really a city girl at heart. Like, I'd rather live in calm places, I'd rather live in smaller towns than live in the city. I'm just tired of the busy lifestyle. I want something calm and peaceful, stress-free life. So just across the road there is my alma mater, Luz, Lagos University Teaching Hospital, also home to College of Medicine, University of Lagos. That's where I spent, most of my prime years. I feel like the prime years of my life were spent in this building, this institution. I mean, I spent 7 years of my youth in that place. University Teaching Hospital. This is where mommy and daddy went to school. Oh no, you were not there. And I think my biggest advice to anyone going through medical school is make sure you're still living. Focus on your study and all, but don't be boring. Just make sure you live, because 7 years is a whole lifetime. I feel like I didn't live life when I was in medical school. I was just there. But yeah, do I miss it? No, but I'm grateful I went there. I'm grateful for the relationships I built. I mean, I met my husband. I have lifetime friends that I met there. We are still friends from today till tomorrow. So Lutz is bounded by the likes of Ojuelegba, Mushin, Idiaraba, and that's Wizkid. Yeah, so it started from Ojuelegba. So it doesn't really matter where you start from. The guy started from here, and today is an award-winning, internationally recognized, famous, popular artist. I mean, everybody knows Wizkid. Like, who doesn't know Wizkid, really? So it really doesn't matter where you start from. So this is Ojuelegba. I'm just going to give you guys a full panoramic view of Ojuelegba. Man, as you can see and hear, there's like a lot of pollution in Lagos. Noise pollution, air pollution. The air was so congested. I mean, right from the airport, you could feel the stuffiness in the air. And I'm not surprised. Like, everybody puts on generators. There's so much noise. There's so much Man, I don't know when Lagos or Nigeria will start having the conversation about global warming and the impact of the generators and everything. I feel like Nigeria right now, we have a bigger problem than that, but that problem is also huge. Like global warming is a big deal. But I'm sounding so I'm sounding so educated in my mind. But to be honest, it was just a reminder that there's still a lot of work to be done in Nigeria. So we went to Ikeja. This is Ikeja Axis. I can't remember the name of this road, but you know, Isaac John, GRA, I think it was GRA. We also passed through my primary school. I went to Maryland, the primary school, Maryland Convent Private School. I think that's the name. So my daughter got to see my school, all my siblings and I, we went there. So if there's anyone that went there as well, and you're watching this, kindly say I in the comment section. Lots, and I don't think they. Oh, she
Morote and Morife, look at that brown building, right?
Oh yeah, Amayambena.
Small.
Maryland is not small. So this is Maryland. Those are the secondary school.
Okay, maybe it's okay, but it shouldn't even be up.
Yeah, we should record. Okay, you record. And you can't capture it. Obviously, this is the primary school. It was a Catholic, or it's still a Catholic primary. She got to take a long time, all those are this stuff. Maryland, Boston, Maine. We were headed towards the other side of Ikeja here, and we're passing through Ojota. As you can see on my left, there's a lot of traffic, and if you rewind, you'll recall that there was nothing in front of them, not even traffic lights. So I don't really know what was causing this traffic, but that's Lagos traffic for you. When you get there, you don't find the cause, you just have to move on. The next day, we had to go to Lagos Island for our COVID test. It was a short trip, so we had to do our COVID test and start planning our trip back home. After the COVID test, we decided to head out to Lekki Conservation Center. For those that don't know, Lagos is divided into mainland and island. So the island is supposed to be the posh part of Lagos, I think. I don't know, I'm a mainland girl anyway, and mainland is equally as amazing. The capital of Lagos is Ikeja, and yeah, Lagos is beautiful. So yeah, that is the world famous third mainland bridge. I think it's one of the biggest or longest bridges in Africa. I'm not sure, but I think so. Obviously, as you can see, I'm not the best tour guide. I lived in Lagos all my life, but I'm ashamed to say this, I can't tell you a lot about Lagos. You know how you just get used to a place, and in retrospect, like no one really teaches you anything. You're just in the place and you think you know everything. You know some places, but you really don't know so much about the history. You really don't know the facts. You know, a lot of Nigerians really, we don't even know our rights. We were just living and getting by, and we were being harassed by the police and we were just getting by every day. So yeah, this is Lagos Island, lots of skyscrapers. You have the likes of Ikoyi, Victoria Island. I think the names get too shy. You know, when we were at Lagos mainland, I was saying things like Ojo Elegba Mushin. Those are aggressive names. But when you get towards the island, you say things like VI, Ikoyi. They have more English. That doesn't even make it better. This is where bias and racism comes in. But really, there are more English names and names that you can easily pronounce. I'm sure there are some funny ones. Let's just Tafawa Balewa, Marina, Eco Bridge. So yeah, we went towards our COVID test was at Victoria Island, which I said earlier. We took that. I was really impressed by the service. It was cleaner Lancet. If you are traveling, you may want to choose that option. You know, we were in and out in like 10 minutes max. It was really impressive. And yeah, after our mini tour round, I went out with my sister. The whole family really. We went. Well, when I mean the family, my siblings and I and the kids. We went to Lekki Conservation Center. I'm not even sure, but we went there, and I couldn't even record so much, guys. Like once we got there, we had the most traumatic experience. I'll get into that in a bit. Anyway, I'd made plans. I wanted to visit certain restaurants. You know, YouTube, you've seen some places and you're like, I want to go to this place and that place. But guys, the current rate of inflation in Lagos, I had to just humble myself. Like, I didn't want trouble. Food, there's like a food price hike. Like, things are really expensive at the moment. People are angry, frustrated, you can tell. So I was just like, man, let me just be wise and save my money. Like, I can't come here and do anyhow. Like, even with the amount of money you travel with, you won't really appreciate the value because things are so much more expensive, like compared to 4 years ago. I recorded those guys. I don't know why. This is what they do. They just stop you for no reason. I was trying to hide my camera here so they don't see me. But we're in Lagos. Just if you don't get stopped in Lagos or Nigeria in general, then you must have something special about you. Because if LASMA or is it VIO or police, there's so many uniformed men, like I can't even remember all of them, but one of them might just stop you. So just get ready for it. Make sure you have your papers or you have enough money, because let's be truthful, let's be honest, they don't really care about your papers. They just care about how much you can pay them, sadly. And that's Nigeria for you. I really do hope that we can change the narrative. I'm really hopeful. I know that I was more hopeful for Nigeria 4 years ago compared to this my last visit. Like, I was like, oh my god, like things are really different, things are really gone. You know, I don't want to say the full word, but I'm still hopeful. I still have that hope for Nigeria, that Nigeria will rise from the ashes. Amen. So yeah, it's still a beautiful place to live in, a beautiful place to do things that you want to get done, business and the likes. But it's a lot harder. A lot of people are in Nigeria and they are successful. I know so many successful people in Nigeria, but it can be more difficult. And this is the October 20 incidents, the October 20 bridge. This is the Lekki toll gate. This incident was on the news last year, CNN, worldwide. This was where the youths protested, peaceful protest, and they were gunned down. People who lost their lives. Yeah, I put this on a slow motion so you can see. Currently, the toll gate has been closed, thankfully, and it's just so sad. October 20 is in a few weeks. And I hope we remember, I hope people haven't forgotten and moved on like nothing happened. But we do claim we run a democratic system. But let's be honest, we have more of an autocracy than that. Because for you to come and shoot peaceful protesters, young men and women, youth of your country, just shows that, you know, our government, our leaders, they really do not have any regard for anybody. They are just there for themselves. And these things, everybody knows it. You know, we've been saying it for years. But we can just, you know, keep hoping. We are still praying. A lot of people pray for Nigeria. And I believe that as much as we say Nigerians are too religious, Nigeria, every time prayer. But let's be honest, that prayer has held us together. That prayer has kept Nigeria. I don't know what we would have done if we were not a praying country, a praying people, religion or not. You know, but I believe that prayer has had such an impact. Look at COVID, for instance. Yes, maybe we don't take enough data, but I mean, people were predicting that Nigerians, Africans will be falling on the floor like dead rats. But it didn't happen like that. And I believe it could only have been prayer and God's protection, you know, God's mercy on the nation. Because the way people died in England, for instance, died around the world, we didn't have that kind of incidents in Nigeria, in Africa as a whole. And I'm just thankful for that. So yeah, talking too much now. So this is Lekki. Yeah, this is supposed to be the posh. I think Lekki shouldn't be the poshest area anymore, because I heard they are now building this island. I haven't got a glimpse of it. The Eco Atlantis. Anyway, Lagos is for the rich. The rich, you know, if you are rich, you will enjoy Nigeria. That's the truth. So when we got here, this Lekki place, this conservation center, guys, let me just warn you, if you're ever planning to go here, just don't take food and be careful with your phones. I couldn't record as much because we were attacked by monkeys. We saw the monkeys. Oh, they're so cute. Look at monkeys. But the kids were saying they were hungry, and then they brought out food, and we had the fright of our lives. Like, everybody just scattered. The monkeys were jumping on the kids and they were running towards me, and I was running away from them. It was just crazy. But I was so afraid to even bring out my phone because the monkeys were looking at us like suspiciously. Eventually, when everyone calmed down and the emotions were running a bit low, you know, my daughter was like afraid. She didn't even want to walk anymore because she had, it was really scary. You know, we could now look around. That was I don't know, I can't remember anyone telling us about that turtle. But yeah, it was now time. We had we had this canopy walk. Lekki Conservation Center is very popular for this. We have so many tourist spots in Lagos, but sadly we don't really advertise ourselves enough because the canopy walk was the longest canopy walk in Africa, or I don't want to say the world, but it was really long. I was tired, I was done, I was too scared to record, and in my mind I kept thinking, who sent me here? Why did I come for canopy walk in Africa where there's no maintenance? If anything happens to me, what am I going to do? And it was so funny because when we started the canopy walk, a lady there said, please be careful, keep your phones well, keep everything well, because if anything falls down, that's the end. And I'm like, anything, including humans? And they all laughed because basically if you fall down there, like nobody's going to save you. Like it was so high up. So yeah, we went for the canopy walk. The whole day, in short, we were just walking. Like if you're going there, just make sure you've eaten because we were famished when we finished the trip. It was really long. The kids didn't go on the canopy walk, thankfully. Just my oldest nephew, Moroti, was the only one that went with us. The other kids, they stayed behind. Thankfully, thank God they did, because I don't know how we would have survived that canopy walk with them. Finally, it was time to walk the walk and place our lives in God's hands. Like, it wasn't funny, guys. My sister wasn't finding it funny either. But I think the worst person was my brother's driver that took us. It was a total wreck. Your face right now.
Mommy, the fish is shaking.
Mommy, I don't have high blood pressure. Oh, me don't have BP.
The second tower. Yes, we made it to the second tower.
The next day was our last day, so we planned a trip to the beach, and it was amazing. It was a private beach. My brother organized it, and funny enough, while I was in Lagos, I never heard about that beach, like Landmark Beach. I didn't even know about it, but the beach has always been there, obviously, but I think someone now bought the land and made it like a private beach. So if you go to Lagos, definitely check it out. Landmark Beach was really lovely. They have a mall, yeah, a very nice mall. They have kids area. It was really nice. So we had a lot of fun. The kids had lots of fun, and my sister had so much fun compared to the day before, because the day before she was struggling on the canopy walk, but the next day she came out full and had a lot of fun at the beach. So yeah, if you go to Lagos, you should definitely go to a beach. I think it just makes your experience, a fulfilling one. We before that, we also made sure we had enjoyed our cravings, because we all had a list of things we wanted to eat. I ate asun suya. I can't remember. Ate them. What's that thing called? Oh my god, I can't remember the name. That cow leg something. Unkobi. Yes, so yeah, we had that. My brother took us to one of these night joints, and we had that. We ate our life out. Enjoy the life of our head, like we say it in Yoruba. Yeah, I think that's how we say it. So yeah, this is Landmark Beach. You can see you can have your wedding there, you can have events there. Really lovely. So we just enjoyed ourselves, basically. I mean, one day left in Lagos. Oh, the left guard, they're down. Emisi. Yes, Tala. Three, 4, 5. One, 2, 3. You did not close your eyes, oh. Yeah, wait, no, make sure nobody's there when you want to strike. Let me out of this place. 5. Okay, stop. Next person. 4. 5. Next.
They try for this down one.
Yes, it's really nice and standard.
Yeah, let's go.
Out.
Last night, Nigeria. You know we're coming back again, but
So today's our last night in Lagos. We've had an amazing time. We're heading home now to go park, sleep, and head out tomorrow. It's been amazing. Thank you, Lagos. Thank you, Nigeria. Bye.